I don't know why I'm starting like that. Good morning. Welcome to For Your Morning Coffee, the morning chat show that can be watched any time in the day. Get yourself a coffee, get yourself something nice. Wake up, be positive, go smash the day, all that good stuff. Now, what we're going to do is from today moving forward, we are going to have a topic each day that we can discuss at a certain point in the stream. These last for an hour, so we're going to start talking about that topic at the halfway point, so 30 minutes in the middle, and that's going to be it. So if you want to find out about today's topic, which is how to get good at Gran Turismo Sport, skip to 30 minutes if you're watching this later, and you can see how the discussion goes. Good morning, everyone. Spencer, Swift, Can't Shake, Geezer. What's up, guys? How are we doing this morning? Now, we had a good day yesterday. It's kind of a good day. What do we do? No morning coffee stream. It's always nice. It's always nice having a lie in. You know, I've been doing this is now 2 weeks. This is our 15th episode. So 2 weeks. That's I don't think I've woken up that early this year. I know, university student. I should have been waking up early, doing my work, all that kind of stuff, but I haven't been. So, morning, Aurora. It's been really good for me personally, getting up, waking up, getting stuff. But my God, did yesterday feel nice? Getting in a little bit of a lie-in, which was nice. Sitting with morning coffee, munching on a square. Love those squares. So we played Uncharted. I thought there was going to be like an hour, like a couple of hours left of Uncharted. There was 1 hour, so we just smashed it out. Fantastic ending. One of the best endings. Well, yeah, one of the best, I guess. Was really nice. Nate ending up with Elena, which was really nice. Morning, Liam. So really nice finish to that. I don't know what the fourth one's going to be about. I haven't bought it, so we're probably going to play it tomorrow. But I'll definitely buy that today. So we play Uncharted 4 tomorrow. I think the third one, Uncharted 3 was the best out of the three, in my opinion, purely because I'm probably a graphics elitist or whatever it is. I just thought it was the better looking game, therefore more immersive, therefore more better. How to get good. It's not me telling you. It's our discussion pool. It's not me telling you at all. But that's the discussion. We have a discussion topic every day. That's what the topic's going to be good. So we're going to have that on half an hour. So 30 minutes. That's when we're going to start talking about the topic. Until then, we can talk about anything. Usually update from yesterday. Then I went over and I played some Spider-Man on 18% through Spider-Man. Nice, Liam. Then we play some Spider-Man over on Twitch. Now, I think I'm going to do that just a couple of times before I go. I tried to do it once a day before I go. Just a couple of hours just hanging out. I played with no face cam. And my God, it was relaxing. I said yesterday that Austin, I ain't joining no Minecraft server. I ain't no Christian Minecraft. I said yesterday in the stream I did in the evening that I just felt so much more relaxed. When you stream with a face cam, there's nowhere to hide. I think because people can see your every move. if someone says something in chat and I don't agree with it, it's hard to hide facial expressions or body language when I don't agree with something, or they can see through your lies, boy. They can see through your lies. So yeah, I think it's a little bit. You got to be on your game more with when you have a face cam. So streaming without a face cam, Spider-Man, it was a really good stream. We had like 30 people watching on Twitch, which is mad. And I was just doing like no face cam, just commentary over the top. Apparently the commentary was really, really good. I don't know what happened to me, but apparently it was really good. And Spider-Man looked a lot better on Twitch, apparently. So anyway, like 30 plus, it went up to 40 at one time, and we got 6 new followers over there as well. So not bad for a random Twitch stream. But over there on Twitch, it's not like I'm going, oh, we're going to play this today. We're going to play. It's just literally whatever I feel. So who knows what I'll play? I'm going to play some this morning, and then we're going to do Gran Turismo Sport from about 1. Relax, Austin. Jesus Christ, dude. Come on. So we did that. Pretty cool stream. Hung out for a bit. Then we tried some Project Cars 2. We started off doing a championship. It was good. We did really well in the first 2 races. And then we decided to do some online stuff. So, and it was really fun. Obviously, people were questionable drivers online. But I mean, it is what it is. Really cool. The customization for the online stuff is really, really, really cool. You can choose. You just got so much more options than Gran Turismo Sport. So it is what it is. But it was really fun, really challenging. It's very, very hard to just pick up and play that game. So pick up and play. So, whatever. Is it raining when you are? No, I was listening for rain. It's not raining. It's not raining. It's probably overcast outside. I haven't actually looked outside, but it's probably overcast. So what we're going to do today is, yes, we're going to do a morning stream Twitch this morning. Don't know what we're going to play. Just going to play whatever I feel like when I turn on my PlayStation and I look on my games list. Basically, no face cam. Just chill out while I look like this. I'm very surprised that I do this in the morning, seeming that I look like the bag monster. Also, I want to shave as well. I think I should shave. What do you think, chat? What do you think? What do you think? Shave. I need a tan more than anything, basically. Maybe I'll go get fake tan. Morning Zoops. And then we're going to do Gran Turismo in the afternoon because new daily races. So I think, I'm not sure what race A is, but race B is Group 4 around Bathurst. And then Group... Oh my God, Austin, why is it always you in chat that is acting like a child? Fuck me. Just relax, dude. My Christ. People on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. People on the internet. My Christ. And then, yeah, daily race B is Group 4 around Bathurst. So that's the shortest sprint race. And then Group C is race C is Group B around Alsace, that is going to be an insane combination. We'll have to give that a couple of goes for sure, but I'm not the best at Group B. I find it quite hard to drive on controller, so it is what it is. But Group 4 around Bathurst, is actually it's probably one of my stronger tracks. We raced it on Saturday. That's an update as well because we didn't do one yesterday. Update on Saturday. What happened on Gran Turismo? FYMC for your morning coffee, Axel. We abbreviating up in here. We're getting cool. We're getting hip. Oh, you see the FYMC? Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah. Come on, mate. Come on. Good morning, Axel. Anyway, we got the most points we have ever got in not only the nations race, but the most points we ever got in the manufacturers race as well. We got 2,000 points in the nations race. It was Group 3 around Dragon Trail Gardens. We got 2,000 points. We were in the Supra. It was a no stopper. The tires were gone at the end of the race. It was 12 laps. It was a slog, and we finished third, which was insane. Most points I've ever got. Most points. It was awesome. Couldn't believe it. Someone binned it on fourth to last corner or something. So we got an extra place there, but we were putting on the pressure for quite a while. Putting on the pressure, like Spurs. Lol. Yes, very funny. And then we went to manufacturers. The first time on stream, I tried to do it. We got 1,300 points. We finished, I don't know, 10th or something. Good morning, Peter. We got a 1.5 second penalty for running wide on the second to last lap, to my shock. And then we finished, got 1,300 points. Then I did it again off stream on the next slot and got 1,500 points, and one of the most insane last laps ever. So I'm going to try and make that into a video. I recorded, I saved the replay, so that could be a video. Insane, people taking each other out like a madman, and then I had to fight dirty because someone else fought dirty as well. So it was interesting. Last lap is insane. Last lap is insane. CSX signed. Is it Racer Tay? They were joking about it in Discord last night. Social media shrill. Instagram, Jamesy, Ev. Discord as well, if you want to chat about more gaming stuff or anything in there. Yes, it is. Bastard. Oh. Anyway, yeah, that was Saturday, and we also drove in Axel's. I say Axel's. Yeah, they're the sort of founders of the Gran Turismo Invitational. We played that. Did pretty well. 2 races around Bathurst in Red Bull Junior cars. Finished second in the first one, sprint race, 5 laps. Second lap was a reverse grid, 9 laps of it. And yeah, it was a really good race. Finished second, fought our way through the pack. No, we finished first in the last one. Fought our way through the pack and won it. Thank you for the 10 likes as well, guys. Much appreciated. Stolen him from you. Apparently she's a girl. Apparently Racer Tay is a girl. There's so much controversy over whether she's a girl or a boy. Who knows? It's the internet. I don't care. But you racing the Cliche Cup? No. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing? You grinding out the graveyard shift, are you, dude? Grind it out, brother. Grind it out. New profile pic, huh? He catfishing, y'all. It's weird, isn't it? Weird people. Weird how people lie on the internet about that stuff. Which makes it really weird because the whole time we've been chatting in Discord, they have said that they are a girl and that in Sissy is her brother. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird. So I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it, I guess, at some point. But there you go. Should we start talking about the? You know what? Let's start talking about the topic now. Give ourselves a good 45 minutes chat on it. So, well, when you call yourself a girl, people are going to say people are just going to agree with it, aren't they? Because that's what nice, normal human beings do. They don't question everything. So, but who knows? Who knows? It's disappointing. Disappointing if they've lied about their person, but you can't change it, can you? You can't change it. But so how to get good at Gran Turismo. So this is by no means my pearls of wisdom. We're going to have a discussion about it today. But you know, there's a couple of things that I've noticed in my own gameplay over the last 8 months. So I've been playing the game for 8 months, and I've gone from being 3.5 seconds off of the top 10, the world top 10. Is it the world or the European? Maybe the whatever region we're in. So we've gone 3 seconds, around 3 seconds, and now we're down to we were within 4/10 on race C last week. So let's call it under a second to the big boys, to the absolute aliens. So first point for me is, if you want to get good, you've got to give yourself a goal. I mean, get good is, I say it a couple of times with the young football players that I coach. If they're not happy with their performance, I go, okay, well then why are you not happy with your performance? And they go, oh, I didn't play good. I said, good is insanely vague. That gives me no information to then make my job even better. You know what I mean? Morning, NJ. Races this week are Group B around Bathurst, Group 4 around Bathurst, Group B around Alsace for race C. So you need to be more descriptive in what you're aiming for and what your goals are. So for me, for example, I want to get like 1,500 points every manufacturer's race, every nation's race, every FIA race. So that means that I need to be at a certain level, let's say 4th split, which is 50 plus 1,000 driver rating, which is A plus. So I then need to figure out how to get that good to get those points. If you're happy with being a B or a C level driver, or even an A level driver, then you need to understand a certain way of driving. You see the way that the aliens drive, and I'm never going to be able to. Well, I could if I wanted to, because you would just have to specifically think about how they race. You have to watch their videos. You have to learn how they race. Then you have to tweak your own driving style. But I think that's the first step into figuring out what's good for you. I think that's my level. I think 3rd split is my level, where the maximum points for a win is like 2,200 or something like that. I think that's where I reside. I think it would be silly if I went in the next split, because I just get bent over and done wrong. But that's it. Figure out what is your good, and then you can work about doing all the things to get there. I think Good morning, King. I think watching the top 10 times is a fantastic way to learn the track. If you don't know what the top 10 times are, take race B for an example. Race B will have the top 10 times of the people who have driven, and they all have saved a replay. All you need to do is go and click on one, and then it shows you their lap time, and you can see their inputs, so their acceleration, their braking, what gear they're going through the corners, that kind of stuff. So you can try and replicate it to your best ability. I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you doing? So I think that's a really interesting way to sort of learn something that you don't know, because what I do is I go out and I do some laps of the track, try and get as fast as I can, and then I go and watch the good guys, the fast boys, and then see what they're doing differently. And it's usually that they're doing corners in different gears. They're usually doing it in a gear that's higher than what I was doing. So say I slow down for a corner and I go into second gear to get some acceleration out, you know what I mean? But then I lose I lose time when I change down gear, and I lose time when I change upper gear as well. Whereas the aliens might go in there at third, and just have that and just be more smooth or smoother, so they have a nice run out, so they don't need to change gear on the way out. I'm good just working streaming. Nice, man. Nice. So yeah, that's my first point, I guess. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Have you watched your own, not watched your own stuff back? Well, you could watch your own stuff back, your own laps back, to see where you've gone wrong. But the art of carrying more speed through the corner, and we saw it really importantly in Group 4 around Goodwood. It's all about momentum and keeping that momentum through corners, especially if there's like a longer straight or a straight that leads onto a couple of faster corners after. You have to keep that momentum through the slower ones. On the chicane at Goodwood this week, or last week now, you could carry so much more speed through the chicane if you're confident. If you were slow through it, then you lose all that time getting away to the line. Really interesting. What's up, gaming? Good morning. But that's it. I think that's my my first point. What other kind of points do you think about, chat, when you're learning, when you want to get better? Thank you, King. I'm good, gaming. Thanks for asking. I hope you're the same. What do you think? How do you improve? I got a couple more points, but I'd love to hear from you guys and what you think. There goes the brown liquid. CRG88XMI says later apex in corner leading to a longer straight. Yep, fantastic point. So what he's saying is, if you hit a late apex, so you don't go in early and narrow on a corner, but you stay out wider and hit the later apex, the later part of the corner, you will have a straighter run out, so you can get on the power earlier, which gives you more speed on the next straight, basically. If no one's behind you, yeah, because if you're in a race and you go for that late apex, you give the space on the inside where someone can just throw it up inside you. But yeah, great point, man. Great point. Is trail braking working? Yes, all the fast boys trail brake. Morning, Cedric. How you doing? Yeah, so trail braking is the ability to brake while turning into a corner. It doesn't work on every corner, because obviously sometimes you just need to straight line brake and then turn in. Obviously, when you're braking or accelerating while turning, it's not going to be as effective, because your wheels are doing other things. But yeah, trail braking is something that I've practiced with, because you have to be smooth. You can't brake fully I'm doing it like I'm doing it on the controller, but if you're doing it with your feet, then doing it with your feet. You can't brake 100% because then your car won't turn. So you have to let out the brakes a little bit, or just manage the pressure that you're putting on the brakes as you come into the corner. You'll see if you watch the fast boys do it, that as they come into corners, they're braking, but they're still braking as they're turning onto the apex, so they can go brake and then accelerate as soon as possible. Good morning, Derwitt. Not the easiest things, that trail brake. No, it's probably one of the hardest. I was going to do this for skills, but it is a skill, for sure, absolutely for sure. So trail braking, yeah, look it up. Look a couple of videos up on it. If I wasn't going away to America, I would note all these different things down. Maybe try and do a video on each one of them. You know what I mean? I'm probably Tijani has done something like that. He has his driving schools, where he talks about different things. So go check them out if you want. Tijani Racing, TIDGENY ENEY, one of the two. How long am I in America? In there, out there for a month. I think they should allow people to tune their cars for FIA races. Totally agree. We were saying this yesterday. I would love an elite lobby where you have that option. I don't understand why they haven't been more progressive and more customizable when they've had 2 years. This game came out in 2007. Still doing the same format, basically. Use cones to learn. Yeah, so if you're starting, use cones to learn. They have the blue, those blue dots, right, on the apex on the exit of corners, which is the same kind of thing as the cones, I guess. Get consistent. Yeah. So on the topic of consistency, if you are learning a new track, great, fantastic point. Obviously, you won't know the flow. As soon as you understand the flow of a track, take Goodwood, for instance. Goodwood added last week. Good morning, Crizzy. Added last week. So everyone's trying to get good at it. Everyone's trying to get fast. Being consistent on a track like Goodwood when there's so much grass runoff is absolutely vital. It's very much like Willow Springs, that if you get 2 wheels off the track on a corner, you're being sucked off to oblivion, basically. So it's all about being consistent, finding your braking points, finding your turning points, finding where you can accelerate out of a corner without understeering or oversteering off the track. But consistency was massive for me this week. You know, I got a decent time. I think I was, at one point, I was in the top 30 for the time around the track, which is mind-boggling to me. I finished outside of the top 30, I think, but consistency, yes. If you take, let's take Dragon Trail Gardens this week. Every time I started 15th, 16th, or no, 13th, around that area anyway, and I went up about 7 positions every race, purely because I didn't crash. The chicane of death claimed so many people. You've just got to be consistent. If you want to, I mean, it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy. But yeah, just don't crash. Can I say that? Don't crash, guys. It's a racing game. If you want to be fast, just don't crash. Just be faster. You know, it's pretty easy if you ask me. Yeah, that's but consistency is key, and to be consistent, don't push it so hard. Don't push it so hard. Find your breaking points. I always say that when I'm in an intense situation, maybe the last 2 laps, or if I crash and I'm trying to get my head back into it, I say to myself, breaking points, turning points, acceleration points, those 3, and then I can can do it. Agreed. You can be fast, do a hot. How many? You can be fast and do a hot lap, but if no good, you can't hook 3 laps together. Exactly. You know, we see it. We do see it quite. We'll take the example of the Austrian racer that we've come into contact with a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. Hashtag worst Austrian ever. He very good at setting a fast lap. He's always up the front of the grid, but my God, he cannot race for toffee. The only way you're going to get better in race is if you race and you take note of what you're doing in a race. Example, the manufacturer's race that I had in the Mazda at Interlagos on Saturday, we streamed it. We were having this insane battle with another Mazda driver, and he absolutely did me dirty on the straight. He pulled out early to the outside. I then thought, okay, he's going to go out. I'll move into the middle. And he did a quick switch back and stuck it up the inside. Just before I could blink my eyes and do anything, he was up the inside because he'd done this amazing race move. And I was absolutely flabbergasted. I messaged him after the race in the chat, and I was like, amazing move. And he put sarcastic ? I didn't see that he did that. He then messaged me on PlayStation saying, hey, was that sarcastic? And I said, no, dude, it was genuinely an amazing move. I hadn't seen it before, but I learned from it, so I know what to do next time. But it was great. It was freaking great. Learned from that, and there you go. If you're in a lobby and you're struggling with traction, either add downforce, or if on a pad, increase initial torque on the diff. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Gran Turismo is that when we're racing FIA and daily races, we don't have the ability to tune our cars. We can change the traction control and we can change the brake bias, but that's pretty much all we can do. Also, we can change the tires when they let us. But that's it. So we'll talk about traction control. Yes, throttle control is important. Yeah, and then we'll come on to then we'll talk about throttle control. So traction control. People use it for a variety of things. Obviously, traction control stops the wheels spinning. That's what it does. It gives you mechanical or electronical traction, one of the two. It gives you more traction so the wheels don't spin, so you can get away faster. In Gran Turismo Sport, zero traction control is faster on good tires. Simple. That's it. I don't know in real life. Obviously, in real life, cars do have traction control, or some classes do have traction control. But in this game, traction control is, if you want to be fast, you have to have zero traction control. It changes when tire wear comes into the mix, and you need that traction control on worn tires just to be safer and smooth around corners. Example, take Tijani. He uses the Audi in the manufacturer, so his Group 4 Audi shreds the front tires because it's front wheel drive. So he puts traction control on it just to get around, basically. Morning, Ryan. Yep, great point about traction control. When you're having a grid start, usually everything but four-wheel drive cars. Four-wheel drive cars, you can launch from a grid start without any traction control. If you're using, an FR or FF drivetrain, click it onto one traction control, and then you can get away easier. Then you just switch it off, and then you go. It's a great strat. It's a great strat. for any launches from the grid, basically. Yeah, Audi TT is awful without TCS with tyre wear, correct. On traction control, you will be faster. You will be faster when you learn to control it. That is your... Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Brandon. Nice to see you. Thank you for the 15 likes, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the discussion of how to get good or how to be faster at Gran Turismo. We've done a couple of pointers. We're on traction control right now. You will be faster. Good morning, Matthew. You will be faster with zero traction control for the most part. It's what you should be aiming at, I think. Is it, remember the Lambo GT3? Yeah. It's terrible. That was the first manufacturer I ever had, so I know the wear. I know the tire wear. The TC, yeah, try to get it off. You'll be faster. It makes you more receptive to the car as well. TC, you don't feel as much because when you just accelerate, the car bogs down and just goes in a straight line. If you have no TC, you can feel the car moving around a little bit and then play with your accelerator to get the fastest line out, therefore learning how the car reacts more, which you can use to your advantage in other corners. A man once said, to get faster, press the accelerator harder. Yeah. Yeah, good racing yesterday, Ryan. I did watch it. I was rooting for you. Be patient when learning. It can be done. Yeah. I will touch on that right now then. So we'll do patience and then we'll do accelerator, handling, dabbing, whatever it is. Yeah, any new daily races? Hell yeah, jumper. Be patient. I've said it a lot of times while I've trying to been learning how to do the steering wheel. It's a process. You have to learn. You have to go through it. Think about it. It's taken me 8 months to get from 3 seconds from the top 10 to under a second now, if I put in the practice, which we'll come on to in a bit. But yeah, it takes time. You're just not going to start. You're not just going to be able to light the world on fire. If you practice and you're trying to set a good time, it's not going to happen in the first 5 laps. Put some time in. Work it out. Morning, Mike Pollux. Good morning. Where's my mocha? I got mine right here, buddy. Where's yours, eh? Mocha. It's good this morning. It tastes good this morning. But yeah, be patient. It's a process. Like Philadelphia, you got to trust the process. But that's it. I think on the patience. Yeah, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? With patience, it's easier said than done. Next thing, throttle control. What do you think, chat, about throttle control? My opinion of it is something that I've been working on really hard over or focusing on more the last couple of months. Is you can't just be on and off. You know what I mean? If you're coming in and out of corners, you can't be off the accelerator and then on the accelerator. It upsets the car, so you can't be as smooth as you want. Yeah, it's hard to get right. I think the car that you're in is different as well. You know, it depends on the car, how early you can get in and on the power coming out. Good with fingers, but struggling with little feet. I was struggling a little with my feet, not my little feet. All cars are different with their acceleration. Yeah. So you've got to, you've got to put some time in, try and understand your your thing. Good betting with time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just something that you've got to try and manage. It does seem like you don't have the full 100% range with the pad. So when you press it in a little bit, it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just like 5, 10, 15. So I think that's a little bit different from the accelerator pedal on the steering wheel, maybe. It can be done. Obviously, some of the fastest people on Gran Turismo Sport are, are on controller still. But yeah, it's not only the acceleration out of the corner as well. It's managing it, fluttering between the two. Sometimes you do need that flutter on the accelerator just to get it sort of moving around. Low torque cars can improve throttle control, you think? Nice point, Uche. I'll change your name in Discord as well. Changing his name. Reinvent himself. Super would be good there as well. Talking about the Group B cars around, not Group B, Group 4 cars around Bathurst this week. So throttle control is pretty interesting. I think it's one of the hardest techniques or skills to do. You can change the sensitivity on the triggers. I think it's the sensitivity of the sliding. I think. Did we talk about Vettel yet? No, we can finish with that. We're just talking about Gran Turismo right now. So yeah, another way to improve that is to watch the guys. I thought it was only steering as well. Is to watch the fast guys and watch their throttle inputs as they go around corners. So when do they let off the accelerator? When do they put on? How much? Straightening out the tires, like we said, with the late apex. If we can get a late apex and straighten up the car, then we can get the accelerator harder, faster, and earlier. All great points. All great points. Something that touched on there with steering, you can change your steering sensitivity. Now, there's 7 settings of steering sensitivity. I have mine on 7. What about you, chat? What steering sensitivity do you have yours on? Obviously, Gran Turismo Sport doesn't have that much of in the way of customization with stuff. Geezer on 3, Craig. I'm going to call you Craig, or Mr. 88 on 7, Geordie on 7, Derwit on 4. I think I improved when I put it up to 7. I genuinely improved when I put it onto 7. It means you can, steering sensitivity. So if you've got the reactions, if you want to do ever, I know that's really technical and helping people. I think it's the way to go. On the wheel, you just have it slapped up as well. Michael Hannon, you have yours on 12, bro. You have yours on 12, bro. Is that the Mikey? The Mikey? You have a T150? I've never heard of that before. How you doing, man? How you doing, Mikey? Yeah, Derwick, try it, man. Try it. 11 on throttle. You can change it on that. Oh, well, if you're talking about force, I don't know what the force feedback and the torque, force torque. I don't know what it is. But yeah, people say that steering sensitivity, it doesn't affect the steering wheel, but like secretly, I think it does. So just if you're on a steering wheel, whack it on 7. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. All good, brother. Saw your green screen. So I was wondering what you had going on. Hell yeah, man. Every morning, 7 to 8. It's going to change. I'm going over to America in a week and a half now, next Wednesday. We do this chat. I've been doing it for 2 weeks. This chat is just an hour stream. We chat. We try and make people happy, positive, and send them on their way, on their day. So yeah, Mikey, one of my in real life buddies. We share some good times, man. We share some good times. Time to spin around. Generally, just try it out, and hopefully it'll make you a fast boy. Uche says 7 for FR, but take off 1 sensitivity for some ML cars. So the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, the Audi, that kind of stuff. What else, guys? What other aspects do you think you need to take into consideration to get good at Gran Turismo Sport? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Best advice, just blag and get mangled. I'm actually in talks about coming out and working for UK International again next year, or in autumn, or the end of the summer. Year visa, let's go. Braking, yeah, we touched on braking. I think we touched on braking. Yeah, we touched on trail braking. I was on default for a long time and hit a limit. Since I switched, I got better. Yeah, Crizzy, I agree. I think we'll do another stream another time, and we'll talk about racing in race and how to race it. We're just trying to talk about how to sort of what things we might do to just get better at our own driving. But we will do a stream where we talk about that kind of stuff. Get your DR up so you're not racing with Muppets. Yes, there are less Muppets the higher you go, I think. Come to Cali, work with my club. Deal, I'm on it. I'll get myself an American wench, and then we can move wherever. Yeah, watching top replays. I think that was the first point that we made. Really important, really to understand what the fast boys do, and you can try and replicate it. I think choosing a car that suits your style as well is quite a valid point of trying to be fast. I'll stop hijacking this video now. No, you're fine, man. It's good to talk to your green circle no face picture. So for me, I hate driving front wheel drive cars, so I try and stay away from them. I find, I don't know, I think I'm better with 4-wheel drive cars because I don't know, I'd rather, there's some cars that I like and some cars that I don't, but just like Mike Potts says there, it's practice. And the cars that I've done the most practice in, funnily enough, are the ones that I'm fastest with, which is the Lamborghini Huracan. I've done so many hours with that car that it's the fastest car for me, basically. Find a car you're good with. This is something that is very interesting about car selection, right? Yeah, Mustang for you, Crizzy. Yeah, exactly. In the daily races, the higher up you go, so let's take top split for daily races, you see a certain type of car, don't you? So you see around Goodwood last week, it was the Alpha, not so much in race, but the Alpha, the Toyota, the Cayman, they were pretty much up there in lap times, weren't they? And in race, you either used a Cayman or some people were using Citroens. There was an Alpha, but I think Goodwood was the first race. Actually, it was a bad example. I think Goodwood was the first race where there was so many freaking cars. I'll change it. Race B from last week around Dragon Trail Seaside. It's like the Supra. The Supra was the fastest car, right? Or was that the FT1? one of the Toyotas, whatever it was. I think it was the Supra. It becomes focused around one car. You move further down. Supra was the best. Thank you, Shalene. Not Shalene. Shaheen. My bad. But welcome to it anyway. Good morning. And then it becomes that kind of elitist in the sense of manufacturers. Yeah, the Supra is a freaking hard car, man. Getting the power down out of tight corners is insane. But the lower down you go, so not so much in A, but then B lobbies, C lobbies, you see different cars. If you want to be good, guys, drive the freaking meta cars. Drive the cars that are good on the track. Look at the top 10 times and try and replicate it. I know it sucks, but that's the game. Some cars are faster on some tracks. Freaking get it. Some try a different one. Just use that car. If you want to set a fastest lap time, which then puts you in a higher qualifying time, which puts you higher up the grid, which then gives you a better possibility of working out and getting more driver rating points, just use the fastest car. I don't understand why people do it in those lower lobbies. They might not have the money in game to buy the cars or whatever. But that, you know, yes, it is boring using the same car. And if you have driver rating to spare and everything, then just do the try different cars. But if you're trying to be consistent and learning a track, I think, yeah, you got to choose the meta car, really. Don't be all hipster if you're trying to improve. That chop and changing from different car to car is good in the long run, I think, because you can try different cars, but whatever. Weekly N200 as race A, Group 4 Mount Panorama, GR2 Alsace reverse. I think the Group 2 is going to be insane. Group 4 around Mount Panorama, though. Have we seen that before? Oh, yeah, we probably have. I haven't seen Group 2 Alsace, though. Alsace. No, I think race B is all right. Yeah, Group 4, yeah. So I think that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I think we covered a lot of good points today. So we had trail braking, talked about traction control, talked about consistency, talked about watching faster people, a couple other things as well. In December, must be on a 6-monthly basis or something. But one last point is practice. You can't beat it. Game time equals improvements. Obviously, there's a difference between just playing it like a mindless zombie and actively trying to improve. If you're actively trying to improve by focusing on what you're doing and how you're driving, then I think you can really improve. For me, for example, I've really worked on my trail braking and I've really worked on my throttle control in and out of corners. And I think I have gotten better. Well, I have. It shows in my time. But I've only gotten better because, one, I've put in the time. I've played it a lot more recently. And two, I think it's just the active thinking about, I want to be faster. How do I be faster? I've even watched more top 10 times more. But that's it. All the top times straight. Yeah, I've had a couple of people say that they've learned a lot from me playing. You know, I do have the right lines on most tracks, but I don't have the capabilities, basically. We're getting there. We're only heading to America next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Send people to the realm. Now we'll come on to. We'll do another stream on talking about in race qualities, or how to race. I'm sure everyone will have a nice couple of views on that as well. Where in America? Just around Boston in Massachusetts. But yeah, nearly 20 likes as well. Make that 20 likes, chat. Check in, like the stream, have a freaking discussion. That's what I want. It's not always going to be gaming discussion either. It's going to be everything. We can't talk about how to get good at Gran Turismo Sport every day, can we? We could, but it'd probably get tiresome. Let's touch on Vettel. I haven't seen it, but apparently he lost it, went over a corner, nearly touched with Hamilton, right? And then he got 5-second penalty for that slide or whatever. I saw Hamilton said that's racing, which it is. So fair play to him. I guess not being a dick about it. He might have said something else. So I haven't seen it all. But what are your opinions? We've got 4 minutes to talk about this, chat. We got 4 minutes to talk about it. What are your opinions on the Vettel 5-second penalty? Fun fact. There you go. Not deemed worthy of a 5-second penalty. I did see Super GT's picture on Twitter, which basically had Vettel's car with a 5-second penalty thing above it. Thought it was crap. Yeah. I mean, to have a race decided on a penalty is no way to win a race. Hamilton said that's not the way that he wanted to win the race. And so I think it's cool. Why does Hamilton get so much hate as well? That's a different freaking conversation, but don't answer that right now. Yeah, try and control the car with grass on its tires. It's mad, isn't it? Gran Turismo stewards, yeah. They had polyphony digital stewards out there. Oh, that's definitely a 5-second penalty. 5-second penalty? Womp womp. Slow down in effect. Vettel afterwards about changing the boards as well. Dude, what a freaking baller move. A baller move. Should have been for gaining an advantage, not unsafe return. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, probably even. F1 nowadays is crap. I wish they'd make the cars smaller so they can do more overtakes. Take Monaco, for example. They just can't get around each other. Make them smaller. Shorten them by a foot. Shorten them by a foot and shorten them by half a foot in width. That should make some more interesting driving. But no. So that's interesting that penalties are not only ruining Gran Turismo Sport, but ruining in real life racing as well. Happy that yeah, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want people to be transparent with who they are. I think that goes that goes for myself as well. I think I'm a more joyful person to watch when I show my emotions. Not when I moan, but when I get heated or whatever it is, or excited, or for GT3 races. I've been watching a lot of GT3. There was a great battle yesterday around Silverstone. I don't know if anyone watched that. Great battle between first and second, and then first got caught up and collected by a backmarker. It was insane. Best of Britain. Yeah, that was the first Best of Britain that I've watched, which was genuinely interesting to me. I haven't enjoyed previous ones, but Tidge did a good job of streaming it. Decent commentary on it. But yeah, actually really good race last night. I enjoyed watching it. I actually watched it for like over an hour, that whole stream, which I don't usually do. But guys, that's it for today. What an awesome stream. I think it's going to work really well with having a topic each day to discuss. I'm going to pick some really interesting topics as well, not only on gaming, but on other kinds of stuff. Thank you for coming out and enjoying the discussion, being part of the discussion. Yeah, there's going to be loads of streams today. One on Twitch first, and then one on on Gran Turismo Sport later, around 1 o'clock, I think. But that's going to be it. So thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Go out, be happy, be positive, be open to other people's ideas, and have a freaking discussion in life. See you on the black stuff. Gran Turismo Sport at 1 p.m. I'll see you there. We will see you. Oh, I mean, I was going to say we'll see you in the next one, but I just said we'll see you there. Anyway, friggin' have an awesome day. I'm stealing Jimmy Broadbent's end now. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.